Bilkis Bano's culprits be sent behind bars again? Well, that's the question. The answer will be known today, as Supreme Court is all set to pronounce its verdict on the petitions challenging the remission granted to her tormentors. The 11 convicts who were charged for gang rape of Bilkis Bano and murder of 7 of her family members during the 2002 Gujarat riots, including her 3.5-year-old daughter. The Gujarat government had granted a remission of their sentence following a May 2022 SC judgment, which allowed application of remission to be considered in line with the policy of the state where the crime was committed and not where the trial was held. After that judgment, the Gujarat government had applied its remission policy to release the convicts through the trial in the case had taken place in Maharashtra. The Gujarat government, in its affidavit, had defended the decision, saying that the rapist murderers had completed 14 years of sentence in prison and their behavior was found to be good. Hence, the remission was granted. The state government had also said it has considered the cases of all 11 convicts as per the policy of 1992, and the central government also approved the release of convicts. The SC had reserved its verdict after an 11-day hearing on the petitions on October 12 last year. Besides the petition filed by Bano, many PILs, including one by CPIM leader Subhashini Ali and TMC leader Mahua Moitra, have also challenged the relief. Here are some of the key arguments put up by the both sides right now. Well, while the Bilkis Bano case is set to be heard in the Supreme Court today, the eyes and the questions that remain to be answered is when and how will this plea be considered, and how the remission that was granted to the convicts will be challenged. When we can see, Gujarat government has claimed that the 1992 rules for remission made applicable by SC was kept in adherence while granting them, the release. Whereas the petitioners have argued that they have committed a serious crime and this should not be considered. Well, not just that, the Gujarat government, the petitioners had argued that this should not be kept into consideration. Well, Gujarat government claimed that the convicts had completed 14 years of incarceration, and on the pretext of good behavior, they are being given relief. But petitioners have argued that the convicts in heinous crime don't deserve this relief. Not just this, the Gujarat government's convicts said behavior was found to be good behind bars, but the petitioners argued that the 2 convicts committed other crimes as well, and while they were on parole, this has happened. So all eyes remains on SC. While hearing the matter, the top court had asked whether convicts have a fundamental right to seek remission, and observed that state governments should not be selective in granting remission to all convicts. All eyes are now on the apex court for the verdict as to whether or not it will be provide succor to Bilkis Bano, who said after the premature release that she is seriously aggrieved and wants her right to live without fear to be restored. We have Harish on the phone line. Harish, good morning. When can we expect that this hearing will take place in the SC?
Yes, in fact, it's a pronouncement of judgment. The hearing was over October 16th, and judgment was reserved. Yes, as you rightly said, it's a big day for the fight for justice waged by Bilkis Bano. In fact, it was 17 months ago on Independence Day, 15th August 2022, that the 11 convicts had won freedom, that is premature release. And today, Supreme Court will be pronouncing its judgment on petition filed by Bilkis Bano herself, then Mahua Moitra, the TMC leader, and also Subhashini Ali challenging the premature release given to them after they completed 14 years, as you rightly said, on the grounds of good behavior. In fact, the controversial premature release had triggered, as we all know, a political storm, public outcry, and the opposition had slammed the BJP government at the center and state, and it all came to light when these 11 convicts were the clips of these 11 convicts being garlanded at the VHP office were flashed by the TV channels. And as you rightly said, even during the hearing, Supreme Court, the bench had wondered whether such convicts in such heinous, brutal and horrendous crime deserved a remission. Though the Supreme Court said though the government had the prerogative to grant remission, the state government should have used its discretion, and also wondered whether the state has adopted this approach towards all the convicts, and said that convicts in lesser crimes are languishing in jail for several years without remission. So these very important observations were made, and we'll have to wait and watch what will be the final stand of the Supreme Court when the judgment is pronounced at 10:30 a.m. Back to you.
Right. Thank you so much, Harish. We will be coming back to you for more latest updates.